Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fauzan bin Mohamad Salleh. I'm from class CS2554A. And today I'm going to present on about the skill-based assessment. Okay. This is the topology, but due to some of the ports are not there, so I made some adjustment where for this the F011 I changed to uh, for port channel 12, port 8 channel 12 I changed from 11 and 12 to 0 and 1, 0 1. And then for the port channel 8 channel 1, port channel 1, I changed from 07 and 08 I changed to 02 and 03. And also for the here 07 and 08 I also changed to 02 03. And then for the 09 010 09 010 I changed to 1011 and 1011. And so for the on host I changed to at the channel to 0 on all the hosts. Okay, proceed to the this is the question and proceed to the answer. Okay, this is the topology that I have made. Okay, uh, okay, the first command it asks to shut down all of the port. So I shut down all the ports at channel 0 from 00 until all of the ports are visible here. And after that, on each of the class, on each of the switch, I change the host name. For example, the DLS1 I change it to enable secret class host name DLS1. And then for the DLS2 I also change it enable secret class host name DLS2. I change the host name. And then for the ALS1 I also change the host name and also enable secret class, and also ALS2 I also do the same. And also proceed with the C question. Configure trunks and ports channel as shown in the diagram. Issue no shut. Okay. On here the connection on DLS1 and 2 is port is this port channel 12 at the channel 12. So first I use the interface range, new switch interface range 01 and 00 and 01. And then I put in the channel group 12 to indicate that it is port channel 12. So I group it into group channel 12. And then on the LS1 I put in the here the IP address for the port channel which is 01212 1. And also on the DLS2 I also do the same, which is which indicate that to grouping the 0 at 00 and 01. And then I put the IP address which is on the port channel is 10 12 12 and 2. Okay, so the okay. And then I try to ping. And then on the DLS you can see here the port channel. Okay, so here is the result. Show at the channel summary, where it shows that on the DLS1 where the group 12 port channel at the channel 00 and 01 here you can see. And also proceed to the the port channel which is on 0708 and 09010, which is I changed to 040708, which is 0203, and also 02 and 03 on the LS2. And same goes to ALS1 and ALS2. And also for the 09 and 010, previously it was on the this side, the X side, which is I changed from 09 010 I changed to channel 10 and 11. And also same goes to the all of the ports, all of the switches. Okay, so on the number 2 it said to port channel use LACP. So here I'm using mod active, which is stands for the LACP. Okay, so for the 02 and 03, I use channel group 1, which is this one, and also I put in the mod active, so it will use LACP. Same goes to the DLS2. I also change DLS2. I also use the channel group 2. For this is the port channel group 2. I also use mod active for LACP, and on ALS1, because before this we use LACP, so here we also use LACP at the channel on 0203, and also on ALS2 0203 I'm using LACP also. And proceed to the third, which is the port channel on interface 09 and 010, which will use PAGP. So here for PAGP, instead of mod active, I'm using mod desirable for PAGP. So on the LS1, on the 10 and 11, I'm using here it is the port channel group 4. Change the mode to mod desirable. And also for the DLS2, I'm using channel group 3 mod desirable, and also on LS1 same goes. Port name, this one is because DLS2 and LS1 is using port channel 3, and also the last one is LS2 port channel 4. So we can here here we can before that also, on the 4, all trunks will use VLAN 800 as the native VLAN. So here on all of the switches, I'm using 02 and 03, and also 10 and 11, where I group all the native VLAN and use switch port encapsulation.1q mod trunk and switch port non-negotiate, and then non-shutdown. This is for the question C4. And here we can see the result on all of this one. On DLS1, we can see group channel 1, port channel 1, 4, and also 12. And for the DLS2, on DLS2, copy okay, show attention assembly. So we can see on DLS2 port channel 12, which is here, port channel 2 and 3 here, 2 and 3, and also on ALS1, which here you can see it using port channel 1 and port channel 3 on DLS1, ALS1, and also on ALS2. We can see the port channel 2 and port channel 4. Right, proceed to the next which is the SBA. So for the VTP, on the VTP, I set the question asked once required, which is the DLS1 is the VTP server, and here is all the one that I'm doing. So to show that, so here it asks to use DLS1 as the server, and also LS1, LS2, and as the VTP client. So here it is, show VTP status. So it shows that the VTP on the LS1 is the server, and on the ALS1 is the client, and also on ALS2 it is also the client. Okay, proceed to the next. Yeah, that's all. And also next, proceed with the VLAN primary. So here are the VLAN. I'm going to show the VLAN brief. show VLAN diff. Alright, here are the VLAN. So it shows that the native VLAN, the VLAN 12 executive, name guest, parking, cubes, voice and management on on the VTP, on the LAS, because this is the client, so it follows whatever the server implements. So here are also the same VLAN, and also on LS2 also the same VLAN. But okay, right here we are on the F, it says that for the VLAN 434, which is the parking, it shows to suspend. So state, change the state to suspend. So here we can see that the parking, which is VLAN 434, the status is suspend. Same goes to the ALS1 and also ALS2. Alright, proceed. Next we proceed with the G, which is the VTP. Okay, we can see here the ALS1, TLS1 and also ALS2, it's using VTP version 2, but on the DLS2, instead of VTP version 3, it use the VTP version 2, and also VTP, it use the transparent, the transparent. Then instead, just the same goes like all the VLAN, but on the DLS2, it asks to use the VLAN to add VLAN 567, which is accounting, for accounting, only on DLS2. Alright, so that's cover the H question. So we can see on here the VLAN, we can see the accounting 5, here VLAN 567 accounting. Alright, next we proceed with the I. Okay, configure DDLS 1 spanning tree root for VLAN 1 12 434 800 1010 1111 and 3456 as the secondary the root 1 and 3456. Okay, and the secondary root VLAN 123 on DLS1. So it means that on the DLS1, the VLAN 1 12 434 800 1010 1111 and 3456 is the root primary, and so also the spanning tree VLAN 123 and 234 on DLS1 is the secondary root, and but on the DLS2 it's different, which is the vice versa, which is the on the VLAN 123 and 234 is the root primary on DLS2, and the VLAN 12, here we can see VLAN 12 434 800 and is the secondary, is the secondary span tree on the DLS2. So we can see here okay, and now we can see show show run. I'm gonna show just on the show run. Okay, here we can see the not that. Okay, we can see here, sorry for the pause, because I don't want to make the too long. So here we can see on DLS1 the spanning tree, and also on DLS2 DLS2 show run. Alright, on the show run, on this spanning tree, here we see that it is 12 434 800 1010 1111 here. Okay, that's covered for the K, and also for the K, where the DLS1 DLS2 interface range 02 switch port trunk allowed VLAN, where VLAN 1 434 and 567 is not included on here. So on the switch port, where on all the interface range here, the 0203 and also 1011 here, on all of the switches, switch port trunk allowed VLAN, where all the VLAN 12, 123, 24, 234, 800, 111, instead of exception for the these three VLAN, all of the VLAN is allowed. So here is the command. And also next, which is we go to the assign interface as access port to VLAN as follows. Okay, here the question shows on the here, which is the on DLS1 the interface FA06 previously is on the, if we go to the question, it is on the host A, B, C and D. Here on instead of that, I change to Ethernet to 0 to 0 to 0 to 0. So here we can see that on the LS1 E20 I'm using on the VLAN 3456 switch port access span 3 port fast. So on this one is the another interface which is not included, but it's not there, which is F0. You can see from the question there's no FA015. So I just put in any available ports, which is Ether channel 1/2, and also I assign it on VLAN 1111. Also on Ethernet on the LS2 Ether channel 02, which is VLAN 12 and voice 1010, and also on here same goes to the Ether channel. And also on the DLS2 the difference is it has VLAN 567, which is here I configure on Ether channel 2/1 until 2/3. Also switch port access VLAN 567. Okay, on ALS1 same goes to the Ether channel 123, 1010, and also on the we proceed on the LS2 234 port fast and 11. Alright, now we move to M where all unused port will be assigned to parking lot, which is VLAN 434. Here all of the interface that I'm not using, which is you can see here empty, all the empty, I assign to VLAN 434, and so 434 on the LS2. Same goes to LS1 and LS2. All the ports that are not using, and then I shut down all the VLAN port. No, all the ports are shut down. Also on N SVI, which is use the 252. You can see on the here N, which is question N. So all the VLAN will have their own IP address, which is on the LS1 will use 252, and the LS2 will use 253. So here we can see on the LS1 all the IP address which is 10, 0, 12, 252. Here also configured 252, where we can see from through the, which is show IP interface if, yeah, here we can see all of the ports are configured, which is VLAN 12, VLAN 123, VLAN 234, VLAN 111, VLAN 1010, VLAN 3456. Here all of the IP address and also state is up. And also we proceed on the DLS on the LS2. So we show IP interface brief. So we can see here all the VLAN 12 use the 253, 234 use 234. All of the is correctly configured inside the DLS2. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 253, all the 253, and all the ports are up. All the ports are up. Okay. And also on ALS1, just as the question asked, to use the which is to configure on the management, which is the VLAN 3456. Here we can see that show IP interface brief. Here we can see the VLAN 3456 have the 10.34.56101, and also on the show IP interface brief on the ALS2 on the VLAN it's using 10.34.56.102, and also no shutdown. Okay, on the LS1, so here is the loopback where the question asked for the 01. The O ask for the configure loopback on both the LS1 and the LS2. This interface will be addressed 1111. So here from the question we can look at the DLS1 and DLS2 has a loopback 0 of 111 for the IP address, and here we can see on DLS1 where it is configured correctly. On the DLS1 loopback 0 1111, this state is up, and also loopback 0 1111 state is also up. Alright, next we proceed with the configure HSRP. Alright, in here where used to create HSRP, create two HSRP group aligning 12, 10, 10, 11, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6 to first group, and also 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4 to the second group. And on the LS1 will be the primary switch for the VLAN 12 ni, and the DLS will be primary for 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. Configure all group, use preemption. Here we can see here, and also use the priority. This is there. So on the and use the virtual address 254 as the standby address for all of the VLAN. So okay, here we can see on the LS1 it asks to create two different groups. Okay, here I create into VLAN which is standby 1 and also standby 1 and also standby 2. And here on the VLAN 12 standby version, use the IP address here virtually 254 for the VLAN 12, and also preempt and priority 110 because this is the on the LS1 it is the first group is and also the primary group on the LS1. Same goes to the VLAN 111 at 1010 VLAN 11. Use the preamp priority 256 and also ni. But on the VLAN 123, because this is on the LS1, it is the secondary. So the second group, which is it use standby 2, but it also need to use preamp because configure all groups with preemption. And also on VLAN integer VLAN interface VLAN 23 is also the same because it's the secondary. On the LS1 is vice versa. Okay, before this on the LS1 it is has the priority of 110, but in here it's for VLAN 12 it doesn't have the priority. So same goes to the VLAN 1010, VLAN 1111, VLAN 3456. But on the VLAN 123 the priority it has 10 priority 110 priority 110. So we can see here on the DLS1 copy. So we can see here on the DLS1 the VLAN 123 and 234 is on standby because it is the secondary which is not the primary in DLS1. But VLAN 12 10 10 11 11 3 4 5 6 is the primary. And also which we can see here, the state is on active, but on the VLAN 1 2 3 and 2 3 4 is on standby. On the LS2 is it's different. It's vice versa, which is we can see here. In here, VLAN 12 is on standby, 10 10 11 11 and 3 4 5 6 is also on standby, but 1 2 3 is on active. You can see here. This is the virtual IP. This is the virtual IP. Alright. Next, okay, for the question Q and R, it is a redundant question because here we can see on the V and W is also the same question. So I'm gonna skip for a while on here because I'm gonna do the DHCP on the later V and W. Alright, so we proceed with the UTC time. Okay, here I set the DLS1, configure time zone and show clock, and also set because the question wants to set the NTP server on the DLS1. So here I set the NTP master on DLS1. And on ALS1 I put the default gateway ni on the S2 the default gateway, which is the DLS1. Okay, here we can see where the time zone is GMT +8 because Malaysia is GMT +8. Okay, so as the result we can see when I show the first, I show the clock, show clock. Okay, show clock. Now the time is 12:41. Same goes to the current time, Tuesday, August 10, 2021. Okay, on ALS1 also the same, on ALS2 also the same, and also on the LS2 is also the same. And also to see whether it is synchronized or not, I'm gonna put in the show NTP status on the LS1. You can see the clock is synchronized. On the ALS1 you can see the clock is synchronized. On the LS2 the clock is synchronized, and also on the LS2 the clock is also synchronized. Alright, so proceed with the configure switch to use SNP version 3. So the SNP server is host C. Okay. Alright, in here the SNP unfortunately the GNS3 doesn't support the AES, so this command can't be executed, but the other command can be executed. So here, which is the switch SBA version 3 authentication, server host, where the host C will be the server for SNP, and also I find the persist and also enable traps. So here is where I configure the IP address host C. You can see here that the host C IP address, I configure it to here, and also when show IP is 10 34 56 and 50. So next, proceed with the DLS1 DHCP, where the DHCP is on the DLS1. So IP DHCP is excluded. Okay, the question asks to exclude the 251 address on VLAN 12, 123 and 234 here. So first I exclude all the on VLAN 12, 251 until 254, and also on VLAN 123, 251 and 25 ni, and also on VLAN 234, 251 and also 254. Okay, so on the DHCP pool executive, which is the VLAN 12, which is the executive pool, here is the network address. Also default route is the DLS1, and the DNS server, which is what the question asked for, the DNS server to 1111. Here is the command. Also same goes to the cubes, which is the VLAN 123, and also guest, which is VLAN 234. So here we can see, I'm gonna show you that all of the hosts can will receive the name, which is IP/DHCP. So you got the DORA on host A, so this is the IP/DHCP. On host B, the IP/DHCP is also get the DORA, which is the IP address is 10.234.1. Because this is VLAN 123 on host A, VLAN 123. On host B, which is the VLAN 234, and host D, which is here, is will get the 12, which is VLAN 12. IP/DHCP. So here it got the IP/DHCP on host D. On host C, it's using the static IP. Alright, and then we proceed with the testing on the connection. So here there are some IP address that has been placed here. So it to show that to easily, because I'm gonna use TCLSH to easily configure and ping all the, because right here it creates a variable address, which in address contains all the IP address, and also here where it will ping the address, the variable address variable. So here you can see oh sorry for each TCLH. And now for the last one is the connectivity. And okay, here we can see this is the IP address that I'm gonna use on DLS1, DLS2, and also LS1 and also LS2. And here on the DLS1, which is it pings on the, I'm gonna use TCLSH. Okay, we can see all the ping as success, which is it pings on the LS1, it pings on the this is the IP address for the which is the 12 10 12 12 2, which is the DLS2. So 253 253 253, which is the DLS2. 1 10 34 56 101, which is on the LS1 on the management, and also on LS2 management. 254 is the 254 is the the HSRP. So all of the pings are a success, and also on the DLS2. Okay, on the DLS2, also using the TCLH. Okay, so here we can see all the ping are a success. Here we can see where it pings on the port, which is the 10 12 12 1, which is the DLS1 here, and also 10 0 12 252, which is on the DLS1. If you can see here show IP interface brief to which is the 252, and the show IP interface brief. Alright, here is the before this. Okay, this is the 253, which is the on the ls1 we ping is all the ping is success, because we can easily ping the ls2, which is the 253, and also from the ls2 we ping the 252, which is on the ls1, which is here 252, and also the HSRP for the both ls1 and ls2, and also the, if you can see here, these two, yeah, 2 3 is the, and also here is the 101 is for the ALS1, the management VLAN 101, and also the management VLAN for DLS2 or ALS2, sorry, 10.34.56. It's a success on both sides, DLS1 and DLS2. And also on this one is the static IP for the static IP on the host D. Host C, host C, which is the 10, 34, 56 and 50. Okay, and now proceed with the ALS1. ALS1 for the ALS1 I'm gonna ping. So here is the ALS1, where I ping the port channel for the ALS1, the port channel 12, so it's a success. Also ping the VLAN success on ALS1. Also I ping the, it's a success. VLAN 234 success, VLAN 1010 also success, VLAN 1111 success, and also host C I'm pinging in the host C, it's also a success. And also on ALS2 I also ping the, okay, here we change the 2, this one's to 3 3 3 3 3, the DLS 2 2 2 2 2, and so host C, this one, this is the DLS2 port channel. Okay, so here we ping. Is success can ping. So on the 253 success, ping the DLS2 success, ping the DLS2 also success. So ping host C. It's not success. So because the DLS1 is down, so I'm gonna start again the DLS1. Right. Again, I'm gonna ping from ls2. Here's the, so success. Alright, now we proceed with the on the host A, which is the IP DHCP, where I'm gonna ping host B through DHCP also. Steam DHCP, host C is static. So here on host B, it is using IP 10.0.234 and 1. So I'm gonna ping from host A, ping 10.0.234 1. So first time out, and then it can ping, and also vice versa. I'm gonna ping from host B to host A, ping B to host A. So it works. And also from here I'm gonna ping host D from host A. Oh, seems like we can't. So ping host D from host A, from host B. Oh, I cannot. But all of the hosts can have the DHCP. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching this skill based assessment. I'm Mohamad Salleh. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and selamat tengah hari.